Welcome to the Retro Battle Arenas. Arenas. I'm gonna keep saying arenas. It's so important to emphasize that. These are battle arenas, not battle tracks. If you've only played Mario Kart 8, don't worry, battle mode did not always suck. Okay. Right. So let's have a look see over here. Something I love about the SNES battle modes, battle arenas. Every single game that I have played battle mode in, apart from the Mario Kart 8, my favourite arenas have more often than not been SNES ones. For the same reason, actually, that I really like Mario Circuit in the Lightning Cup. They're simple. They're so nice and genuinely simple. Something else I'd like to point out, by the way. Take a look at that bob-omb. I like how the bob-ombs are red and blue. I don't really care that much about them being blue. But for but for Super Mario 64 players, I imagine the red one is quite a nice sight to see. Do you know what I mean? The red ones that tell you about the red coins. I imagine there's a lot of people who play Super Mario 64 who would be happy to see the red bob-ombs as something you can use in battle. I just really like the fact that Balloon Battle feels like an actual battle. Anyway, we've got a Luigi to come and hunt down there. Baby Luigi versus Luigi. Isn't there a problem if Luigi wins? The music here as well. I really like the SNES Battle Arenas music. It just clicks. I love battle mode in Mario Kart Wii on its retro tracks. The Wii ones, I'll admit, well done, Gareth. The Wii ones don't quite absolutely tickle my fancy, but they are there. They are good. They're not awful, they're good. They're certainly a lot better than the actual tracks. But the retro ones? Oh, the retro ones are brilliant, and I love every single second of them. I'm kind of interested in the fact that King Boo's red shell didn't lock onto me there. Oh my god, I'm cheating. Yeah, I love these. I love the retro battle arenas, and I've always liked the SNES ones, I think, the most whenever I've played this game. Or any other Mario Kart game, which isn't which doesn't have the number 8 emblazoned on it. Run away from the Starman. Oh wait, the Starman ran the other way. Okay. Luigi wins! I like this. I like the SNES battle arenas. I think the main reason I've not played battle mode on the SNES again is because of its controls, but I love its arenas. And I like the Game Boy Advance ones for the same reasons. The Game Boy Advance battle arenas are also really nice and simple in their layouts, and I love them so much. This is so nice. If you're going to do battle mode, this is what you should have. I don't think Wii's are particularly bad. I don't think Wii's are awful, but Wii's were certainly not as good as the other retro helpings that came alongside it. Not awful, but they weren't particularly awesome either. They weren't things that I would actually go out and pick. I intend to do the battle mode later as a bit of in my multiplayer footage again, and I can tell you right now, I don't know what the people that I'm going to play with are going to pick, but all of my picks are going to be retro. There's not going to be a single Wii one from me if I get to pick any of them. Okay? The retro ones are just so much better. Baby Luigi, grow up! Baby Luigi killed King Boo. Right. But yeah, this is such a nice... the simple layouts just work a lot better for Mario Kart's battle mode, in my opinion. I don't mind the fact that this is team-based, because I think battle mode works better in a team anyway. But I do genuinely just... I love how simple the areas are. Mario Kart, I'm going to probably say that throughout this whole part. I'm sorry. The music as well. Super Circuit's battle mode is something I did touch because I wanted to see if it had the retro arenas as well. And again, the drifting kind of ruined it for me. Defense from the green shell! The drifting did sort of ruin it for me. Poor Rosalina. I get the impression I've picked on Rosalina throughout this battle mode video. I apologise, Stuart. Yes, I should apologise to Mr. Wright as well, because Mr. Wright, I think, uses Rosalina. Right. Yeah, I think I should probably talk more about the items then as a result, because I'm not saying much about the things. Mega Mushroom, awesome. Invincible if we're a farewell to most items. Triple green shells, brilliant. I never fire the green shells normally, I just go and hunt down 3 people and ram into them, hoping that the shells are something that hits them along the path. Triple reds are even better, because that does give you ammo to just fire at people, but at the same time it's also effective just to drive at people and ram them. I've already touched on the fact that trap items are not like good in coin runners, but in balloon battle they're pretty decent. They're not really that heavily gimped in balloon battle. They do still serve their purpose of, if someone hits them, then you gain a point.
Huh? Oh, Baby Luigi!
Baby Luigi led the team to victory! But yeah, I genuinely just... I like the battle mode, okay? Full stop. And for some reason you get the same sort of podium celebration. That's kind of... I don't know why they go on a podium. By the way, have you noticed when you lose you're standing on the top of a hill, but when other people lose they're there watching the other people at the podium? Alright, so that's both the modes. I'm going to change the item mode now to Frantic. We're still going to do Balloon Battle as well, because that's my favourite one. Right, we've played as a lightweight and a middleweight. Let's go Waluigi. It's time for Waluigi. Waluigi time. We still got 3 more places to show. If we get 3 more wins, that's once we've been to every single place. So, the Nintendo 64 Skyscraper. Again, nice, simple layout. A lot of people, I think, will probably dislike that about a lot of the battle mode tracks in the retro sort of helpings. I don't care, I loved it. And the music throughout these areas is just as good as in the tracks as well. Yes, I'm going to say that. I genuinely think that the battle mode tracks are just as well done as the others. There we go. And boy am I glad I got away from him. Actually, I think that was Diddy Kong that was giant, so I wouldn't have been hurt. Right. Peach! I'm impressed that hit Rosalina. Right. I don't have much to say. I think when you flatten Rosalina, I do like the fact that the Luma is also flattened. Even if the Luma wasn't the thing that you directly hit. And if you do hit the Luma, it doesn't really affect Rosalina anyway as well. I recognise why that's happening. I think the game's just flattening the character model, but I still really like the look of it. Okay, Waluigi's got a nice evil laugh there. It's not that nice an evil laugh, it's just kind of silly. I like the Nintendo 64 Skyscraper map because there's that big open area in the middle, but you've got this outer border as well that you can jump. I don't remember if it was possible to do such a thing in the Mario Kart 64 because again, I'm not the biggest fan of Mario Kart 64. But you can definitely jump it in Mario Kart Wii. And I like that. It means that this outer ring is not 100% outright an outer ring. Bowser Jr., where are you going? Oh, you're doing a 180.
So good.
Okay. I swear my teammates are trying to attack me a fair bit. Right, but this is... I don't have much to say. Battle mode is not something that I can blab on and on about. It's not like the races. Once you've said a little bit about the battle mode, you've said a lot. You've said quite a fair bit about the battle mode. With the tracks, you've got an entire track to talk about. A lot to see. It's much easier to talk about a track as a result. Something I do find interesting. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Super Mario Kart 64 come out before Super Circuit? Seriously? I got 2 blue shells in a battle mode match. Why? Waluigi win, Luigi lose. Waluigi happy. Waluigi likes this. GameCube Cookie Land. Why is GameCube GCN, by the way? That's silly in my opinion. GameCube as GC would do that fine enough. DS is DS. SNES is SNES. It just seems silly to have an N at the end of GameCube. Maybe that's just me, but I don't know, it never made sense to me. Anyway, the Nintendo GameCube retro track. This is the game where a lot of people I know really got into battle mode, and it was because of the fact that Double Dash let the carts hold 2 items at any sort of will. In this game, you can hold 2 items, but it has to be something like a banana tailing you, and then the item that you actually have proper ready to use. Right? In the GameCube, you could carry a Starman and a mushroom at the same time. For example. And a lot of people like that. The GameCube also had a mode where it was just bombs all the time. And I know a lot of people that really like that as well. They're not modes that I don't particularly like the Double Dash's handling, so. But as far as battle mode goes, I can see exactly what people liked. Because I like it as well. Anyway, where's the action? Oh. Yeah, I should probably end up using the map more, shouldn't I? Alright, blue shell comes in, but I grab the Starman. No problem. I think the blue shell does hurt you if you've only got the Mega Mushroom. I just really... The only thing I really don't like is how lightning made it into the battle mode and the blue shell. I really don't like that. I don't mind the blue shell so much in Balloon Battle, but in Coin Runners it is a real pain. Lightning is a pain in both of them. I don't like lightning in the battle mode, but then I don't know a lot of people that like lightning. Period. So. I don't know a lot of people that like the battle mode though, and as a result I question the tastes of some of my friends. Battle mode's nice. It's nice, simple, chaotic fun if you get the right place for it. In the Mario Kart Wii, that place is gone in the past. You won't get it from I'm not gonna lie about that. You will not get your nice, chaotic, simple fun from the actual modes. The Swamp Desert, maybe. That might be why I like Swamp Desert, actually. But the other ones have a lot of unnecessary sort of clutter in it, and a nice, spacious environment. That I don't know. It's better to play battle mode on these retro small areas. just so much more fun, so much more frantic because there's less space for the items to be. The DS has this. I don't know how I feel about Twilight House. That's its name, right? I didn't have a proper look at the name. I don't know how I feel about Twilight House because it's not some small little chaotic arena. But I still like it. Wow, Luigi, squish Luigi. You're noticing, I don't think Frantic Mode is actually having that much of an effect in this game, by the way, so far. Because a lot of the stuff I'm seeing myself get, I don't know, I got it in the normal mode. Frantic doesn't appear to be doing anything here. Maybe that's just me. And I'll say again, I think that this DS Battle Arena really benefits from being brought back on the Wii. It's a nice presence to it. It's a nice upgrade to how it looks. I don't know, it's better. It's that simple, it's just better. Rosalina just went right through Waluigi. Waluigi hates this. No. I like this. I like this arena, but I might not like it as much as several other places I've been. I might not like it as much as some of the smaller arena ones, but if I have to deal with a bigger sort of environment, this one's got enough sort of charm that it works. Oh, Rosalina very nearly got me. And here we go. Hey dear. You see, I don't mind the blue shell in this mode because all it's doing is getting the other team a point and stuff like that. It's doing stuff it already did. That was funny. How do you dodge the blue shell of death? Get hit by lightning. Did Waluigi just go, owie? I think Dick Dastardly needs to change how he speaks a little bit. But yeah, I'm not seeing the difference here in Frantic Mode, to be perfectly honest. The action is not that much more chaotic than it was with Baby Luigi, in my opinion. Is that just me, or... Is that... No, it genuinely feels like it's not gotten any more hectic or anything. Frantic feels the same. But yeah, that's all of the battle arenas. Arenas. Just to emphasize it again. Yeah, that's all of the battle arenas in the game. And the retro ones, in my opinion, are easily the better ones. Balloon Battle is also easily the better mode. But, we haven't finished this session yet, so we're back to Block Plaza for round 2. This is the only one we won with Bowser Jr. Do you want to know something kind of funny? Something odd. I look at this track. I look at this arena, right? I look at this arena. And I see potential for a Halo map. I want to forge this as a Halo arena. Because I can see it working. I might actually do a video about that if I ever do it. Like, this place as a Halo Reach battle arena. No, a Slayer map of sorts. I could even have stockpile around it. I could even put flags around for stockpile to replicate coin runners. But yeah, that's something I think I'll do at some point now. I just really like the look of it. And actually, come to think of it, coin runners is more like Headhunter, isn't it? I'm interested to know if I could land on that. Yeah, I genuinely get a nice sort of vibe from the battle mode in Mario Kart Wii. I'm using this to cap off the whole thing. I think it's a nice, fun multiplayer distraction. It's not the mode that everyone's going to want to play, but I don't care. I want to play it. That's reason enough for me to praise it. I like this battle mode. It doesn't take place on the tracks, which makes it better than Mario Kart 8's automatically. But it also is just... it's nice, simple, chaotic fun. This track is this Wii track is my favourite one for the Wii style things. Although that might be because it invokes vibes of Block Fort to me, which is another place I'd like to see in Halo. It's really nice sort of areas just for multiplayer helpings. It's a nice little battle. Did I have a golden mushroom? I had a golden mushroom! Something that I haven't mentioned actually, and it did happen with Baby Luigi, so I'm surprised I didn't. Using a mushroom doesn't simply deprive an opponent of a balloon, it also gives you a balloon. I presume in coin runners it automatically adds some of their coins to your tally as well. But yeah, this is the battle mode. It's a nice diversion, it's a nice twist on Mario Kart in my opinion. Balloon battle's a lot of fun, coin runners kind of not as much fun. It just clicks so well, I like it. And it really annoys me that a lot of people just write it off, especially people who've only picked up Mario Kart 8 because that's the only battle mode they know. But yeah, that was the battle mode. Next up, we're going to finish off this LP when I show you all of the extra additional stuff that there was in Mario Kart Wii. I'm going to touch upon stuff that was online and doesn't work anymore, by the way. But if you're just here for races and battle mode, the LP is over. I will not announce my next one. I will, it's Mega Man 7, that'll be later down the line. See you then!